Alright, how's it going tonight, guys? I'm here with Coop again. It's a lot easier to say his name that way.
Hi, folks.
And he's been helping me greatly today get a bunch of stuff set up. And I am making our silicon dioxide here so we can make our circuits. And I'm going to go ahead and take 5 of these, throw them in the furnace because that's how we're making our plates for the moment. There's our plates. I'm not going to put one of those down in the room because that just doesn't make sense to me, since we're going to, I'm sure, have a better way of doing it soon. And this is a long copper rod to make these fine copper wires, which we will need to make the copper wiring.
Oh,
But
I have a wrench on me.
okay, another
To
thing we gotta do real quick is make some silicon.
Yep.
And to do that, we just throw the silicon dioxide back in, and that will process. Um, if we have enough power, and it's looking like we might actually not have the
Oh, it wasn't
power.
a wrench.
No, it's wire cutters, I do believe.
Oh, yeah. I will go and bring the wire cutter.
We are full on power down here, so why is that?
Everything is a wrench. This one is a wire cutter.
Yeah. Why is this not running?
Looks like we have to make a new wire cutter very soon.
Oh yeah.
It has 7 uses left.
3 silicon, 48 Gu, make silicon dust, oxygen. This is an MV, so it's 128. So why work? Huh. That makes no sense. Because we need tiny silicon
Oh,
plates.
it actually broke after 2 uses.
Alright. Do I have a box under here? Yes, I do. It's full on power, and it actually looks like it's trying to use that power. That's 128.
Let me check.
This is not running. It's not using power anymore.
Maybe we need a cable in between. Sometimes it's strange.
Huh. This is gonna drive me crazy. Let me get rid of this.
I haven't on GT5 managed to run an EBF directly from a battery box. I had always used a cable in between the battery box and the EBF.
Everything here, though, I have direct with none, and I have no issues. I don't know if maybe the recipe's reading wrong. Let me put just 3 in. See, it's not even taking the 3 like it's trying to start it.
Yep.
Let me check and make sure there
Maybe
is.
not fully implemented.
I'll have to ask Greg about that tomorrow. Why that's not trying to run. So we're not going to actually be able to finish the circuit setup, but we can go ahead and show you what we do have set up down here. And I will check with Greg and see what the issue is. We made this nice white room here. This is our clean room. You'll notice our floor is a little wonky at the moment, but we have a way we're going to fix that. But we have this here is our first press. This is the one that we will put the circuit board and the fine wire in, the circuitry parts.
Yep, the wiring.
All right. So that's going to go into this machine. And I left the circuit boards upstairs. Let me go grab them. And Rakir helped me yesterday go get a whole bunch of Tetra, like I told you yesterday. So
I
that's
think
been,
you are a little bit cut off at the end.
it's probably just the team speak between me and you.
Okay. As long as it's only on TeamSpeak, it's okay.
Yeah, for video, I don't have any issue with that. All right, so if we turn this on, that'll do the pressing of that, which will automatically kick
Oh,
into here.
quite quick.
Oh yeah, and it's quite quick. And then this one here is where it would need that part that we can't
That
make
we
because
can't
we,
produce at the moment.
yeah. And then back here is the smelter with soldering alloy. And I just have this set to a burning box for the moment because we're not going to be using enough of it to really need to power it. So one
Yep,
thing in
we have
there will
soldering alloy in the bath.
kick the soldering alloy into the bath, which would do this part once it got there. And then this one over here that's all by itself is for making the circuit parts here, which is what we need the tiny silicon plate thing for. And then these parts are what needs to go back into this one. And I don't have it set up at the moment to input because it has to go through the same side as this one. And I wanted to keep this room real nice and clean looking. And to do it, I would have to put pipes. And so I thought this would look a lot neater. I'll just put a chest here and then put them in manually.
I don't think we produce that many chipset in bulk that we don't can fill it manually.
Right. Plus, you never know which one you're actually going to be doing.
Yeah,
Greg did say, though, that if you look at the circuit plate for copper, that you can use any of the circuit parts and it still makes the regular circuit board. So we could, if we had the platinum to do so, make these platinum fine wires, signalium wire, and tiny silicon plate and just make the masters all the time. And then you wouldn't have to worry about making the good, the basic, and whatever. But I would much rather save the platinum for other things than wasting it just making a really basic.
yeah. On Gregtech, we could do it because we are unlimited in platin.
Mm. All right. Now, the next thing is I have been saying over and over and over I was going to get this made, and daggone it, I'm getting it made today thanks to Coop making me
I
the
prepared a little bit. Uh,
parts.
yeah.
There is my refinery. And now I will show you what I've got set up over here in the ethanol fuel production room. I basically have brought up a barrel of apples. It's going into the squeezer here making apple juice. But this apple juice, for some reason, they don't have it or dictionaried with this apple juice. And so the two will not work. I had to take a generifier and have this apple juice turned into this apple juice. So it's pumping out of the bottom of that into the generifier, in through these pipes and up into here. and then the um, mulch comes straight out and straight into here. And then we will actually take this out and use that also in a carpenter to make our bog earth. And then for now, I just put the two stills up here, which will create the ethanol. And
Refined
then,
oil to yeah, diesel. I don't. I'm not sure.
yeah, I still haven't set up the oil part yet. I need to get that done, but the way I'm powering it is with this titanium engine here. We're going to hook that up to this high pressure boiler here and use our creosote to give a good initial start for this, which will then power that, which will create our ethanol, which will then be pumped in here to kind of make a closed circuit for the ethanol, but will also kick out enough steam to run our electric things as well, I'm hoping. So, do you have 4 of those Invar pipes left, or we only got 3?
No, only 3.
I don't. Let me see them. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. I think
Maybe it
I'm.
is enough, but we needed one more downstairs.
Yeah, I think I just shut the door in your face.
I
Um,
prepare a little bit more invar. Uh,
okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 8. Yep. 3 will be just enough.
Good.
So
I
that
think
will.
we need more invar anyway.
Yeah, I always need more Invar. There's actually a couple ingots in the ingot box. We could always turn into plates, but there's not very much. So go ahead and make some
Uh,
extra.
I don't think that's enough.
Yeah, there's only like 2. All right, so we're gonna bring some of this oil up here, and I'm gonna have to make another tank for the fuel, which I'll probably end up just using a drum.
Let me check. Nickel.
What was I looking for? Oh yeah, my transfer nodes.
Okay.
Because right now that's our best way to do things here because we don't have uh, Gregtech pumps yet. I'm still having to use these transfer nodes to get out of tanks or drums. So let's bring this over
Is
here.
enough?
We're going to put the oil tank will be here. The transfer will go. Don't do that. We don't want. That's not going to go in there, is it? No.
Let me check the power before I start the crucible.
That would probably be a good idea because we're probably a little low.
Oh, we are completely out of power. We need more power.
Is there any in the MFE?
Let me check.
Oh yeah, the MFE is full.
Okay.
We're just out on the MFSU. We ended up having to make 3 more turbines, which I haven't been running because we ran out of power trying to get everything set today. So this needs to go this way. So now all I gotta do is set the barrel or the tank here. So now all we've
Fine.
gotta do is turn it on.
Uh, I think I switch the high pressure fluid boiler rotor and the uh, Gregtech rotor for the moment.
Yeah, that would probably be a good idea because the Gregtech one is almost dead. We need to get some more steel ingots, I think, to make another one. We made up, Coop made up a whole batch of steel plates today, but I think I need ingots also. But I don't know. I have some over there. Alright, so let's kick this thing on, see how this works. While that starts powering, I'm going to go check the ingots I have for steel. Might have to make another set today. Yeah, we've got 31 and a rotor. Is going to be, there it is. Turbine rotor, we need a block of steel ingots per, so 27. So yeah, we should have enough. We can make another one soon when we need it.
Let me in.
So the next thing we're going to be doing tomorrow or Monday, depending on if I do a video tomorrow, will be making CF foam, Gregtech foam, which means I need to make a canning machine. And we are going to try it out down here in the clean room for covering these wires and this here to walk over, and then see if it'll work on these IC2 wires. If not, I'll use the IC2 stuff, so this is all one nice white room. But that is about all we have for today. Coop's been trying to mess with my bees a little bit. If you look
I
in the
haven't started to mess with your bees yet.
if you look in the carpenter, you can see that I now have a beealizer. Coop decided to make one today so he could check on the climatization of my bee up there so I can start getting my trees done. But I do believe that's going to be about it for today. What are you doing up on the power tower?
Checking the road wars.
Oh, they'll last until probably tomorrow.
Yeah, I think the top one we should give a better road war.
Actually,
It produces only 12 EU.
I've been working on that, but we need a much better roll. One of these rolling machines, I need a much better one.
Yeah.
Because, let's see, you got to use this block of solid iron here, and you have to run it through a roll former at 256 GU.
Oh, yeah. That will take a while.
Yeah. And before that happens, I'm making a 256 GU compressor so I can make energy crystals again, which is going to be hopefully next week. I finally got just about everything I want to get done before I get into that.
That's...
We've been discussing the building, and we're either going to put another
layer?
story on here, or we're going to expand it out the back, which means if we expand it out the back, the whole room's going to kind of get redone again, which it really needs to because it's a mess.
Oh yeah, it's a mess.
I've actually been thinking for some of the machines, we ought to kind of decorate them a little bit so they look more like an actual single multi-block
Yeah, I
machine.
think this is not a bad idea.
Um,
So maybe be easier to decide which machine is used for what.
right, because
Because they all look nearly the same, this one and this one. Uh, this has one plate, this has two plates above,
yeah,
so it is easier if it is more distinctive.
yeah, you got one, you got two, you got
These
three, and you
ones
got four.
look nearly the same from the front.
Yep, all
Both
four
have
of these.
one plate below and one plate above the black.
Yep. So, it's really hard without looking up it while you're there at the top to know what it is. And even knowing what it's called doesn't always tell you what it's going to make. So, yeah, I think I might make them look more like a multi block so we can kind of tell what it does. So, this is going to have to get a little bit bigger. Another thing we were discussing earlier is taking out this road here and moving this wall over to say here, and
Maybe
then
even up until here, because
using
you have
this.
this way to the obese, and it is nearly perfect for getting to the greenhouse.
Yeah, we'll just have to kind of curve it around here and come up right here, and then we'll be right to there. So we might actually expand this corner of the building out to say here, and that'll make it much, much bigger, give us a
Yeah.
lot more room. Because I really don't want to have to put another story on it, because that would make it a
Maybe we
three-story building.
can use this hill here to create a sub story.
Yeah, maybe. I've also been talking about possibly making a second clean room down here for putting my laser setup here into. I think that would be kind of a nice idea. Just kind of move this wall back and put another one on the other side. Um, and this here is just a case anybody doesn't know how to do this. This is just a redstone tower here. So when I hit this, it changes the thing that powers this block, which powers these wires. You can use redstone dust, but using any kind of wire is much easier. And I'm actually going to change all of this out to be redstone wire once I make me some more signalium wire so I
When we got
can,
more wiring.
yeah. But I just wanted to do this kind of quickly today, so I used what I had available and used the aluminum wire and the torch tower trick thing.
The aluminum wire looks not as bad. I think we can leave the aluminum wire in the floor.
Well, we're going to be covering it with CF foam, so
Ah,
it's
okay.
going to cancel the idea of aluminum wire because it glows.
Yeah,
That's why I was going to change it out.
yeah, you're right.
But anyways,
Maybe we can do something on the ceiling.
and I got to do something with Cup. He wants to get rid of my rock crusher. I can't get rid of my rock crusher. This is where I stand to say hi and
Yeah, but
bye,
what
and
is if you get crushed by the rock crusher?
it ain't got no power. It can't crush me. I'm too big to fit in the input. Have you seen this input? My big butt wouldn't fit in that little
As
hole.
far as I know, the input is the top.
I don't think I'd even fit in that. I'm a big guy. Just hold my arms out and go, no, I can't go. And see, I feel like
uh,
the
Next time I put an commercial engine from Railcraft next to it and feed it a little bit of steam, and then you get crushed.
that might work. I feel like what is that? The maestro guy that leads the orchestra. I can sit here and just kind of watch all my
Mm,
machines.
we have to find something better than a rock crusher for this.
I actually need to just smelt this thing back down and get the steel back out of it because I ain't going to use it anymore.
Uh, ice, four
Because
diamonds, diamond blocks. I'm not sure exactly.
let's see, you get 4 things of stone, 3 things of wood, 2.25 things of steel, and 1 thing of diamond out of it.
Yeah, it needs 4 diamonds and 1 block of steel and 4 pistons per
Yeah,
crushers.
and if I put that in a crusher, I should get diamond dust at least out of the diamond part of it.
Yep.
So I actually need to do that. And it'd give me a lot more floor space, which actually is needed for walkway space because I have very
Yeah.
little walkway space here. Anyways, have a good one, guys. Say goodbye to yourself when you watch
Yeah.
this.
Goodbye, guys.
Take it easy, everybody.